Right, evening campers.
Evening.
Ian's back. Alright, so it's been a while. How long?
Before Christmas, wasn't it, I think?
Did we do one in January? I think I might have done one video this year.
You went away, wasn't it?
Yeah, but basically I've been away in America for 6 weeks. Liam don't come down here and work when I'm not here. Fucking lazy. No, he's been earning the pennies because he's got to pay for it. But last video we took it to blasting. Now we went and picked it up and happy to say, mate, it's one car.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's solid. It's one car. It's got a lot of repair panels on that someone's done before, hasn't it?
Yeah,
So
it needs a bit of work, doesn't it? But
like basically, someone's just done repair panels and they've done a sloppy job of it. But yeah, we'll show you that. But first, this place is an absolute shithole. So we need to do some tidying, and then let's have a look. Alright, so we spent about 2 hours taking all the shit from there and putting it here. So we've got to find a home for that now. But let's show them around, mate.
alright, mate, let's go.
So let's start at the back. So it's had that's like a delete panel, isn't it? So it's smoothed it off.
Yeah, I got that other panel on there so you can see it.
Yeah. So we've got a new one of them already.
Yeah, so this. It's supposed to fit here, isn't it? Yeah, I think someone's made like a homemade. Cause that's, you can see clearly there, can't you?
Yeah, so that should be an easy fix. Just basically chop out all these welds along the top, take that panel off, and then is that
It's a 241.
241?
Yeah.
So like these holes, you just got to take a plate off the end and straighten them up. And then we've got you're doing a 280 light conversion, is it?
That's no, they're
240
/ 280 now, so then we'll do 240
Oh yeah.
conversion.
So we'll basically weld a panel in there that makes the 240 lights fit in.
I've got these here.
Them bad boys.
From Andy. So they get into there, cut out, welded in.
Easy as that, mate.
Easy as that. Yeah.
And then go around the car, just every panel. So common thing on these is rear quarters and down the bottom here, so that's been done, and the rear quarter's been done. But obviously, instead of like welding it all the way across like you would do, linishing it off and you're not being able to see it, they basically spot welded it and not spent the time doing that. And then just all these random dints. You can see them bad on the camera, can't you?
Yeah, that's worse on camera.
These ones.
I think the light just
shining off it. But you know, we'll just have to spend some time doing that, and like shit like this. So is that where the aerial used to be?
Yeah, and someone's done a
Just put a panel behind it, welded it in, and just not spent the time. But good thing is, floors, not that you can see them, they've been done to pretty decent standard.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I can show them that other side, don't I?
Yeah, so the floors have been done. It's a factory right-hand drive, a UK car in it.
Yeah.
So all the bulkhead's decent, which obviously that old shell we had, it was just gone all down the tunnel where they welded the other car in, mate. The sills pretty decent.
Yeah. Yeah, sills are good. I think it's had new sills.
Yeah. So that takes us probably, you know, a couple of days' work to sort out that back end and then get up to this one. But then the front end is sort of, it's just shit like that, where they've just slapped a panel over the top and then welded it on, rather than taking the time to cut it out and butt weld it up. So we'll just have to take that out and redo that. But it's all, the car's solid pretty much. There's a few little bits like round here.
That's a very common place, mate.
So it's all common there anyway, but Andy does them, doesn't he? You get new ones them.
Andy, Auto Panel Solutions, he's the guy that made those other panels. So cheers for him for sorting that.
But he does, you can get basically all the front end off him anyway, like chassis legs, everything.
Yeah, he said he'll make us whatever we want,
yeah.
didn't he? So
But like it's things like in here.
the
So
Russians are doing
I don't
it.
think they were going into Ukraine, mate. It's like, yeah, all this is basically supposed to have different like indents in it, and they've just slapped a panel over the top and welded that in. And then on the other side, so they've done exactly the same. Just basically slapped a panel on. You can, in real life, it don't look that bad, but obviously it's all bumpy.
Yeah,
You see it on the camera.
Oh yeah, you see it, yeah.
So obviously when you got the car you couldn't see that because someone had just body filled it. Same that side, so you can chop all that out. It's had some repairs down on the chassis legs, but they're not as bad. You can probably get away with cleaning them up, but this will make that decision when we start digging into it, mate.
It depends how far we go, isn't it?
That is the unicorn, mate.
Yeah.
How's it got a battery tray in it? Yeah, this fucker.
I don't
There's
know,
one
I don't
through.
know, mate.
Does
I
not-
don't know
does
if
not make
I don't know if
sense.
it's been cut out though. I don't know if that's from
Yeah,
because it's spot welded in usually.
yeah, no, definitely had some words in. But
Yeah.
the only 260 in the country that's still got a battery tray in, and you're not even going to use it.
It's getting cut out.
Oh, nightmare. So yeah, it's not looking too bad, to be fair. Looking forward to getting on the welder, mate.
Yeah, learning some new skills, mate.
So yeah, it'd be nice to actually get going on it, because after what happened to the last shell, you know, it's just one of the things. And then if any new viewers that haven't seen the engine we're putting in it, let's roll her in, mate. So Liam, in his infinite wisdom, got an RB25, obviously with 26 covers, because why not?
Why not? Feel like to waste money. Oh man, one day.
One day, mate, it should be in there. So yeah, it's pretty common conversion anyway. He's been collecting parts for about 2 years, so well more than that, innit?
Oh, yeah.
How long's it been now? 3 years.
3 years probably, yeah.
So yeah, that's a GTX 3076
Oh,
R
yeah, Gen 2.
Gen 2 in it, yeah. That's been sat in here for about a year and a half, 2 years, yeah. But yeah, I think first things we'll start with is we'll sort these wings out. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Because Liam is not so confident with the MIG welding, so
Not yet.
we're going to be teaching him. So this is an easy panel to start on. Basically all I'll have to do is take the paint off and then just slowly spot weld it out until it's all filled in, linish it off, and then it should be alright. We might have to invest in one of them pin pullers, you know where you weld it on and pull the pin.
Just pull it, yeah.
Pull it, because like, it's fucking everywhere. I don't even know.
Well, I think is it double skin?
Yeah, it's hard to get on the back of there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you're not getting, yeah, it's not in there.
So, I mean, if it's single skin, you can dolly it, but right, you have to get a pin on that.
Oh, no, I think you can.
But
I think you can get to it from inside.
But obviously, it's going over fenders, so we're going to end up chopping a lot of this out anyway. And if you look at the body line, so you see this line that comes across the car, it's sort of this is a reproduction panel, and it's like not very good, but then arches are going to come up to about there anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, you take it.
So all that's going to get cut out. So not really a concern at the end of the day. But yeah, what are you going to do? Do you want to start now?
Yeah, can do. Might as well.
Right, let's get grinder out.
Yeah, if you got a couple there.
Alright, so we're going to take the paint off, basically just around this weld, and then Liam's going to lose some of his MIG virginity. But we're going to use one of these wheels instead of like a wire wheel. It's like plastic bristles. I think 3M make them.
3M on this one.
He bought it when he was in Saudi and he was on the big money. Because they're fucking,
wonder.
they're like 100 odd quid. I don't know why they're so expensive. But yeah, they work pretty good from what I used it a bit
And
on the RX-7.
on the Mazda.
Yeah, it's got the yellow paint on its signature. So yeah, we're going to whiz that off. And then You're gonna need your safety goggles, mate, because your eyelids are shit.
Oh,
Worst eyelids it is. You might as well have them.
maybe just keep them
Every time you do anything with a grinder, it's like, oh, something in my eye.
down the hospital.
So yeah.
Good.
Right, let's crack on, mate. Do it that way. Like 90 degrees, so then you'll get into it, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. So that's cleaned off. That wheel's pretty good, mate.
Yeah, it's fine, mate.
If you'd have done that with a wire wheel, you'd have had about 15 little needles, little brass needles all stuck in your hands.
And one in my eye.
One in your eye, you'd be fucking blind. But yeah, let's spark that thing up, mate.
Sweet.
How long you had that welder?
So now
You probably owned it over a year now, innit?
Yeah.
And welded with it once. So yeah, get your lid on, mate, and we'll get this looking better. Alright, so I don't know if I filmed the grinding down of it, but pretty much done most of it. Now, not as perfect as I would like, because the way the panel has been fitted, it's basically creates like a valley, because this panel has been put on top of the original, so you can't really grind the weld down too much, because you're just going to be grinding material that you're going to have to fill anyway. So pretty happy with that though. It's got some dings and a massive ding there. I think that's where they've laid this panel over. It's basically they've pushed that back, so this panel is flush with the quarter here. But you know, it's all just going to be bodywork at the end of the day, as long as it's solid. We're happy, aren't we, mate?
Yeah, man.
How was your first trip on a welder?
Got some injuries already, you know.
He's got a few hot rocks on your hand there, mate.
He's a tip, lads. Make sure you wear welding gloves when you're welding, and not mechanics gloves.
Gone US now, them ones, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, they're knackered as well.
But yeah, that is going to be it for today, because it is 12:30 now, midnight. But yeah, it's nice to get working on the car again, and hopefully we'll get the videos going a bit more often now. So yeah, thanks for watching, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.